This has got to stop. Okay.
Yeah.
This one's kind of like biting the hand that feeds you a little bit.
Okay.
But I had a joke online. I'll say it just to prove here that it wasn't a hateful joke.
And we'll act like a good audience.
It was part of like a 15-minute set thing that I released, and it was I'm a trans ally. I ran into my old college roommate. I found out they'd recently transitioned, and I was thrilled because I had forgotten their name. And what happens is whenever like a cis guy does a trans joke that isn't the most hateful, spiteful thing in the world, everyone shares it with now this is how you do a trans joke. Now this is how you do a joke without punching down.
Oh, you got love. You got love.
Oh, it was love. Oh, yes. And
okay.
I knew that. I knew it was going to be received well.
Yeah.
It's a nice, tight, clean joke. But there is a thing that rather than just going, great joke, and enjoying a joke sometimes, there's a feeling of like, you see Ricky Gervais, this is how it's done. And I go like, I think sometimes in progressive spaces, you got to just celebrate something you love, especially when it's just a good, clean joke. Because if you always add the wagging finger on top of it, you're not gonna win anyone over. And sometimes when something exists where it's just good, I think there's just can be this desire to want to add that finger wag. And I think it takes away from the gradual, frustratingly slow, progressive movement of history where people just enjoy things and don't have to see it as because at the end of the day, it's a name joke that happens to be about it's really about a forgetful, or it's people with the R. Kelly joke. It's like it's really a vocabulary joke. It's not But the point is,
what's the R. Kelly joke?
No, it's a longer one about pedophiles and hebophiles and ephebophiles, and it's the only joke I've known for people go, "You're the pedophile guy," and I go, "Pedophiles, enough, please." But that's all. And again, it's like it's a lot of people who like the joke and are sharing it. So I'm not trying to spit in their faces.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can just go look at this.
You can like something without hating that,
and or just not to be like this is how it's done. It just can be a good joke. That's my thought.
Right. Your thought is wrong.
Okay.
They need to, but like, can you imagine how fucking like tired people gotta be being like, my pronouns are kiss my ass. Like, God damn, that shit is old. It's old as butt.
So
and
old.
I saw that clip and I was like, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't repost it and go, that's how you do it, because I do feel like that is too far.
Sure.
But I do feel that way. But people need to know. You need to know your shit is tired and played.
But I think the only way to uproot bad humor is to replace it with good humor. It's never going to be... And we've seen the failure of it. I think we've seen the failure in certain areas of finger wagging to getting people. All that's happened is a divide, and you got full shows that cater to very hateful things sometimes, and you go, this is not good.
Yeah.
You can't take the show down. And I think like the only way, one of the ways to get people out of because I ultimately think like hateful humor usually is lazy. It's usually bad. It usually is just more or less an original joke and more just like a callback to old racism. Like it's more like a call. I think a lot of like bad racist or bad, it's just like a callback to an older thing.
Yeah.
And for some people, like hence your point about Wicked that you hate, they go,
I
old
remember
racism.
That.
That's
I remember
the
that.
thing.
Yeah.
And that's so I appreciate it, but I think sometimes it's just like always tying it to saying it makes the people that are already like, they're going to take some time to get them there. They go, oh, you smug. Stop being so smug. So that's my thought. But you can disagree. You're always welcome to disagree.
Strong disagree. I think saying this is how you do it is great. I think saying, see Ricky Gervais, this is how, now that's shitty. But
why?
I do think because it has nothing to do with him.
Sure.
What it has to do with is comedy.
Sure.
So I think saying, see comedy, you don't have to be shitty. It's fine.
Sure.
It's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
And then you got it when you see it, you might be thinking, "Oh, what a nice corner of this topic." But you might not be thinking, "Oh, wow, there was a better way into this. I didn't have to settle for that shitty thing." I don't know.
Cool.
Wait, sorry. I do know. I'm 100% right. You're 100% wrong.
There it is.
I win. You lose.
There it is.
You're listening to The Downside
The Downside.
with Gianmarco Soresi.